A few years ago, I was working with a large organization that had just completed what looked like a textbook digital transformation. They had automated over 90% of their test suite, green dashboards everywhere, leadership was proud, the QA team was proud. Then they released an update to a customer facing payment feature. The automated test passed every single one. But within hours of going live, real customers, real people started reporting that their transactions were failing silently. No error message, no alert, money detected, service was not delivered. Some of them were small business owners. For a few, it wasn't minor inconvenience, it was a crisis. The automated test had never been written to think about that person on the other end of the transaction. They tested the system, nobody had tested the experience. I have spent 20 years in quality assurance, and the belief I keep coming back to, the one that shapes everything I do, is this. When we remove humans from the quality, we remove accountability. Automation is powerful. I use it, I advocate for it, but a tool cannot feel the consequences of a failure. Only a human can. And when organizations forget that, quality becomes performance, not a practice. Today, I want to share 4 things about companies get dangerously wrong about QA and why getting them right is not just about better software, it's about better outcome for real people. Mistake number 1, believing automation is a strategy, not a tool. Every week I see job description asking for 80% of automation coverage as a KPI. The number means nothing about the context. 80% of what? Automated by whom? Maintained how? Automation is extraordinary at doing the same thing reliably, repeatably, at speed. But it has no imagination. It cannot notice that something feels wrong. It cannot ask, wait, would a real user actually do it this way? The teams that get this right automate what is stable, repetitive, and well understood. And they protect human testing time for the edges, the judgment call, the moment where experience matters more than a script. Mistake number 2, measuring what's easy to count, not what actually matters. Test cases executed, bugs raised, automation percentage, these are metrics most QA dashboards show. And they almost completely disconnect from the question that actually matters. Did we protect our users? I always ask teams, what was the last production defect that reached to real customers? What was the impact on them? How long did they experience it? If you cannot answer these questions, your quality metrics are measuring your team's activity, not the product's integrity. Quality is not about what happens inside your test environment. It's about what happens to people when they use the product. Mistake number 3, treating QA as last line of defense instead of first line of care. When QA only enters the picture at the end of the development cycle, testers are not guardians. They are gatekeepers under pressure. The deadline is looming, the release is already planned, and the unspoken expectation is find the big stuff and let the rest go. That's not quality. That's a risk management under duress. The organization I have seen do this will bring QA thinking into conversation from the day one, into requirements, into design, into architecture, because the cheapest bug to fix is the one that never gets built. And more than that, the safest product is one where someone was asking, but what could go wrong for the user from the very beginning? Mistake number 4, removing QA leaders from strategic decision and then being surprised when quality fails strategically. QA leaders hold some of the most honest data in any organization. Defect trends, repeat failures pattern, the parts of the system that are quietly deteriorating. This is not technical noise, this is business intelligence. But in most of the organizations, the intelligence never reaches the boardroom. QA is told what to test, not asked what they are seeing. Here's the hard truth. When quality fails in the way that harms users, then it will. If it continues, the organization will look for someone to blame. Usually, it's the QA team, but the real failure happened much earlier. In the meeting where no one thought to ask, what does quality think? Accountability without authority is just blame with extra steps. So, four mistakes: treating automation as a strategy, measuring the wrong things, making QA the last line of defense instead of first line of care, sidelining the people who see the full picture. But underneath all four, the same root cause. We have started to see quality as a technical problem, and it isn't. It's human responsibility. Software we build is used by real people. People making payments, booking healthcare, managing their businesses, trusting us with their data. They deserve more than a green dashboard. They deserve someone who is genuinely asking, is this good enough for them? If it resonates, or if you have seen something similar in your organization, I had genuinely love to hear about in your comments. Every story shared here helps the whole community think more clearly about what quality actually matters. I am Hanish. Subscribe if you want more on this, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you.